A new lieutenant straight out of officer training school is sent out by the army to one of its outposts in the western desert. When he arrives, he comes out for the morning parade and he starts walking around the men with the sergeant major going, "Sergeant Major, tell that man to get new buttons on his uniform." And they walk on a bit further and he'd say, "Sergeant Major, tell that man to get a haircut." And they walk along a bit more. And he sees a camel tethered at the end of the rank of men. And he says, "Sergeant Major, what is that camel doing here?" And the sergeant major says, "Sir, the men use it for sex, sir." And the officer says, "Oh my God, you men are disgusting." He says, "Get rid of it right away." Anyway, the months pass, and of course there's no women out there. And the lieutenant, after a while, starts to think about the camel. He has dreams about the camel in a bonnet, camel in a negligee, checking into a cheap motel with the camel. After a while, he just can't stand it anymore, and he goes out to the sergeant major and he says, "Sergeant Major, I think I'd like you to bring the camel up to my tent tonight." And the sergeant major says, "Sir, yes, sir." So that night, he's all set, and the sergeant major leads up the camel. He comes out, and well, of course, it's not easy doing it with a camel. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's kind of hard. He actually had to get the sergeant major to hold it for him, and when he finished, he hopped down, and they were walking back, and he said, "Sergeant Major, you men are disgusting. That was probably the most foulest thing I think I've ever done in my life. How could you possibly enjoy having sex with a camel?" And the sergeant major says, "The men ride it to the brothel, sir."